Zombie apocalypse.
Hey guys, welcome to another Top Drives video, and today we're going to be looking at some of the events that are currently running and what is going to be going on with the GT series and stuff like that. So currently, the first GT series part, the GT Open, is, well, you're able to complete it at this point. It's not really for anything too special, just for that BMW. The 320i convertible, which is rather a common-ish sort of car. Not a great one. But the Triple Crown will start, and the GT Finals will start very soon. Now, normally you just need one token to enter the GT Finals, which, all being well, you got last night or the night before, whichever one it was. I can't remember now. From qualifiers 1, and then you presumably we need 3 to enter the Triple Crown. So the first chance to get the prize card is going to be very, very soon. 1 day and 16 hours, so that takes it to Wednesday, around 11 o'clock UK time. Daily rewards is still going on, so make sure you're collecting them. I am a day behind everyone else, as I did miss one day, and mainly because, well, A, you keep getting loads of numbers in the top corner to say that you've got every single event open, and B, there was so much going on that I just missed it. So Racing Royalty finishes in 16 hours, which is Tuesday at 11 o'clock. So just make sure you're trying to finish that. And of course, we'll go back in. We've got the Challenge Leagues for this one going on. I'm almost at another carbon fibre. I need another 20 flags. So by tonight, after the event finishes, I should have my flag, and I should be able to grab another carbon fibre and start heading then towards epics, which will be pretty good. So currently we've obviously got daily event going on. We've got the Exhibit A for cruising, which is ACC tagged, Brainstorming session, and the Qualifiers 2. So I'm just going to see what's going on in here. This is the hand I've been using for this one. There is a guy there with... This guy here, for some reason, has worked his way up with 0 hits. That's... I'm not letting that one slide too much, so we're going to go there. No, we're going to go that way and just see. Should be a nice, easy win. I do like these new daily events. They have been pretty good recently. And I've been lucky enough to actually work my way towards getting a few ceramics from them as of late. Normally, I didn't really bother fighting. I normally use to farm it, but at the moment, with the sheer amount of work I've been doing, farming anything has been really, really tough going. So I have just been trying to fight for the top best I can. So these are the 3 current ones, like I said, just 2 minutes ago. Now, I'm not doing any sort of pack openings. We will go and have a look at what is available in the store. Now, there's a 40,000 cash infusion if you want to spend 300 gold doing that, and that's your choice. 1 super rare, 175 gold. Then you've got the GT Series qualifiers 2 carbon fibre, which is either Japanese or UK tagged. What else have we got? The passes are in the store. Convertible stuff still ready for for the current XB challenge. Racing royalty, carbon fibres and stuff still, but they finish at the same time. Normally, like these elite carbon fibres don't hang around so much. Brainstorming session carbon fibre, Exhibit A for cruising carbon fibre, and that's pretty much it. I think these are still very. I suppose this one's not too bad now. When it got released, it was like 62,000 or something crazy like that for it. It's now just rated at a premium, and it gives you the chance, obviously, a newer card. Now, supposedly, there is going to be some sort of update coming very soon. There seems to be a bit of a buzz around the community. When and what, I really don't know. I cannot tell you. I have no idea. So, Exhibit A for cruising. Now, this is what I've gone with for this one. Quite a big hand. I wish I'd spent some time upgrading this Jaguar CX-75, but I've just not done anything with it yet. I think that's a very strong car. Would like to have spent a bit of time doing that one. But this is the hand I've come up with. So just quickly back to whatever the new potential sort of update could be. There seems to be a theory that it could be a Japanese update again. And there also seems to be a bit of a theory saying that it could be a French update. So which way would you like to see that actually go? Are you after a French update? Are you after a Japanese update? Or would you like to see maybe something completely different coming through? What sort of cars do you feel we are missing? There's plenty of cars that we're missing in the game, of course. Ferrari, Toyota, and stuff like that. But for me, I think a French update would be pretty cool. France hasn't had a big update since the French Revolution. Not French Revolution. I can't even remember the name of it. French Renaissance, that's the one. Let's have a look. Tag. Yes, the French Renaissance was the last car update for France. So I think France is due quite a big update, and there's loads of potentially, loads of Renaults, Bugattis, Alpines, all that sort of stuff that's just kind of missing that needs to come to the game. There's so many that it just seems to be missing. But who knows? Who knows what Hutch have got lined up next? That was going to be update 20. We could have another 19 point something between now and then. Well, this is a good one. The Alfa's actually going to take the win here, I think. So that's good to know. Yeah, so please do let me know your thoughts on what you think the next update could be, and when do you think it's going to happen? There seems to be some sort of like speculation that it's going to come within the month. Honestly, I don't know. I reckon it's going to be at least kind of August before it drops, mainly because they've already announced, obviously, the next two big prize cars. in regards to the Alfa that's a GT series. And the RQ97 Porsche, they've already announced them too. So I think that they're not going to kind of stray from what they've done. There is a roadmap out at the moment. So the information is in there. So I don't think I'm going to get top place in this unless First decides he's not going to play. First is running this one, and he's running the XJR9 maxed and the Senna maxed, so I can't beat them. I could beat the Tricolour, that wouldn't be a problem. Potentially could beat the Alfa, but then I wouldn't beat the Atom. So that's why I'm not touching that guy. Everything else shouldn't really be a problem. I could beat this guy, I think. Probably take a loss on race number 5. But that Bentley is super scary when it comes to drag races. This guy's done his 1-3-1, and surprisingly, even at that, it's staying ahead through the first part of the fast circuit. But the handling's just a little bit too much there for him. What a difference the conditions make, wet and dry. I'm really liking Laguna Seca being in the game. And the cars pick up so much speed. You wouldn't really think it, but they do, 140 miles an hour down that back. Crossing the line at almost 150, so it's quite pacey. And this one, I think that the Opel Manta might just take the win. Yes, it does. So I'm aiming for just a single ceramic in that one. The brainstorming session, now this one's been a little bit interesting. I found that kind of like using the same sort of cars, well, certainly the EXP, I've used that again. This is what I've come up with for this one. So I've been using the EXP on the fast circuit and the Aston Martin on there. Then we're going to go slalom, G-force and twisty there and see what happens. Now the Onyx is just so quick around the fast circuit. Even at 1 star, you can't beat it. I can't beat it anyway. Now the EX1, do you know what? I've got one, but I've never used it. It's 0 to 60 is a bit quicker. It seems a bit quicker on the straight part, but it's still losing to an RQ66. Just getting around the corners is not quick enough. £58 points against the GT there. And the 4-wheel drive here kicks in and helps big time, not to mention that 0 to 60. And then this one's quite interesting, standard versus high performance. And the Di Tommaso will take the win there beautifully, but that could be very different under a 2-3-3 circumstance. I don't know, I've not tried against it yet. And I'm hoping obviously to nick a double ceramic from this one. But either way, I should get enough flags tonight to grab the next carbon fibre. Alright, so I'm going to go that way on this one. Big difference between the Cadillac and the Bentley there. And the DS Volt there, grabbing that win. Now, there's not much between them two, and I don't even think his is maxed there. It's not quite maxed. I think that just kind of goes to prove how strong that Porsche Cayman actually is. But hopefully that will be enough for me to just keep going and grabbing the win. Now, this one finishes at like 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So I'm going to have to keep pushing for this one. What's the other guy's running? He's running that one with the Onyx being on the drag, being the stronger one. And he's running the GT90 on the drag. The EXP is strong enough to beat them both, but then I'm left with the rear-wheel drive performance tyre, which could go against like the Panda car there, and I could use it against the Emergy for that one, or even not the Tokyo Loop. So yeah, the Tokyo Loop with the Aston Martin Speedster. I'm gonna try this one, and I'm gonna go there. No, not there. That, and that. Then I'm gonna do draw with that. This is going to be interesting to see what's going to happen here. Probably that and that, and I might take a loss here. It all kind of depends on how much this one loses. Race number 2 loses by more than anything, if I'm honest. Race number 2 is going to be the big loss, and hopefully race number 4 will be. Oh, okay. I expected more than 50 points there. Now, I'm hoping the Aston can pull away enough to make more than 50 points here. Because I'm either going to get a draw, or if I can get a win, that would be even nicer. So 64 points for the Aston. And then the 54 points for the Bentley as well. Very nice. Now, of course, guys, if you do like my videos, please do drop a like, smash that subscribe button, and continue to follow me for more Top Drive videos. Currently now on a cash and gold save, ready for the next update. So, hoping to have a good bit of cash and stuff behind me. 2.5, nearly 2.6 million I'm currently at. And holding nicely on to 17,000 gold. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, shall we move on to the GT Series Qualifiers 2? Now, 355 RQ, UK and Japan, and it's got to be at least 4 Japanese Pro Tour and lock to lock. This is for your second token. Top will get 500 gold, 50,000 cash. And it just gradually drops and drops and drops. And the last position will be rank number 150 for your token. After that, you just get in the Morgan plus 4. And an aluminium pack. And then finally, if you just enter, you're only going to get the Nissan Micra Super Turbo and 7,000 gold. Just make sure that you are hitting enough races to collect what you can. There's carbon fibers up for grabs as well, and 88 flags. Now, hopefully, nothing happens like it did last night when these events finished and we had huge server errors in the UK. Caused us a lot of problems, I think. Anyway, let's fire into this. So, that's not the hand I've chosen. Let's see if it's there. So that's a hand I've chosen preliminary. I could switch it around and see what happens, but I do believe that there is at least 2 off-roads in one track set. So this is what I'm going to start with and see what happens, and might have to develop my hand slightly as we go. So we're going to take this guy straight on first. And I'm going to go with this way. So that on the field slalom and that on the G-force. That. And then I want to pit the Skoda Pikes Peak against the Mazda Fiore. So the Morgan is very quick, and I do love the Morgan. This will be a loss. Not a huge one. Now, he's using a 4-wheel drive performance, so even so, should take quite a big loss. Interesting race. I've never actually fully watched that one. 225 loss. That's hefty. So let's see who's in this bracket so far. There's only 100 players at the moment. So sitting at the top is, I've seen that name before a few times, Michael Gitter. And then Henrik, I am pretty sure that is Nemesis. It depends on whether it's the same person or not. Okay, so yeah, there's only 100 players in at the moment. Let's just see, 114 now. So let's go again. Now, I'm quite happy with this hand currently. Now this is the one with 2 off-road. This is where like the off-road is going to come massively into play for me. I'm going to put the Morgan on there. I'm going to. Now I've got to not. This is an easy win because of the 2 off-road, but I've also got to think about placement for the future. For where my hands will sit. So I'm going to do it that way so that the Ginetta's on the G-force. Now it depends on how many people are going to run 1 off-roader or 2 off-roaders. That's kind of like the question: who's going to run what? Now this should be a nice win. The Morgan +8 is fantastic. This one again. So against the rear-wheel drive, this should be a huge win. Now this is where I start taking losses. Now the Ginetta should lose here, of course. It's only a 50 loss though, so that's good. This one would be interesting because the McLaren obviously is quick and 0 to 60. It's going to pull away on the straights. It's going to stay ahead of the Nissan. So kind of expected that, but it was curious. So 121 in the lobby now. Now this one's got no off-road at all. Okay, so Let's see what's going on. Nothing too dangerous. I'm going to go for this guy. Okay, so which way am I going to go? I'm going to go the Ginetta on slalom. Where do I want to put? I want to put the Nissan on the G-Force. I want to put the Morgan on Service Road, Aeroplane Hangars, and Canyon Tour. And I think actually the Ginetta might take the extra win here. I'm wondering if he's using standard tyres as a replacement for the off-road tyres there. Now, I feel that this will probably be a top 10 hand. I don't think it'll be a top 3 hand, not if I think it is Nemesis at the top. He is notorious for having max legendaries and stuff like that. So if I can get close enough to see, I will let you guys see what his hand is, what sort of hands are at the top at least. But I've got to get there first. So to be fair, one more win might take me close enough if I can jump. Don't think I will. I don't think I'll get close enough. But I'll certainly be able to have a look at some of the hands anyway. So he's running one off-road there. No off-road at all. So that, even with a fairly decent-ish hand here, on 2 drag sets, he's got the McLaren, which is going to be strong enough to compete. He's got no off-road either. He's gone with a fairly competitive hand, but the Suzuki car is going to be a huge letdown for him there. Again, no off-road, but it's got standard tyres. And this guy is running 2 off-roads as well. I need to kind of take the bigger one ready, to try and gain more points to see what I can do about getting towards the top. So the way I'm going to do it is that on there and that on there. Because the Escudo maxes out at 130, using a shorter drag race will be the idea here. Twisty circuit and karting circuit there. The Ginetta should lose, of course, but only a 58, so it really is a good RQ saver. So not much difference between the Ginetta and the Suzuki there. Like I said, the Suzuki it picks up speed like crazy, but then drops off. 58, so we're only dead 50 points ahead. This will be quite close. Now, there's one RQ difference. It could be worth me to take the Bluebird. Maxed, that's going to be very close. And this shouldn't be too bad, but it does put me a good lead on. That only takes me to 12, actually, so it doesn't get me anywhere near the top to show you guys what is going on up here. But I can show you the hands around me. Daft Dogs here is quite a big player too, I believe. I've played against him quite a few times recently, actually. He's been quite a lot of my brackets. So let's see. This guy's got 2 legendaries running. So, as predicted, quite a decent hand here. The maxed McLaren and a 2-star on the GTR. Possibly beatable. Very beatable. And again, I feel that's very beatable. I'm going to go against this one. So I'm going to go there. I'm going to go there with that one, that one, that one, and that one. Now that Lotus is very strong as well, but I don't think it's going to be strong enough. And the Ginetta takes the win as well. Beautiful. This shouldn't be a problem. Although, actually, the Suzuki stays really, really close there. Not too much difference between them two. The Lotus takes the win with that one. And then the final race that's a straight win. That's no problem. So, guys, I hope that's kind of give you some sort of information on the qualifiers 2. What other events have we got coming up? A standard expo, Sun's out, roof's down, Voxy Volsky, I presume a Vauxhall event, and the GT Series qualifiers 3, because of course there is 3 qualifiers, not a qualifier, a prelims, and a final for the GT Series. That's it, guys. That is the end of the video. Thank you very much for being here with me. Have a great day wherever you are in the world, and I will catch you next time for another Top Drives video. Take care. Bye-bye.